Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel where it's all about me, my girls, and just a little bit more. So today is my baby girl Nova's 7th birthday, and we're going to do her a nice silk press. So this is going to be her second time getting a silk press. The first time was on her birthday when she turned 6. So now that she's 7, she wants to try it again. And that's totally fine with me because I actually get to treat her hair and get her ends clipped properly. I'm going to walk you guys through all of the steps to doing this silk press. I'm also going to list all of the products that I use in the description box. I had to brace myself and mentally prepare for this because my baby has a lot of hair, and it took a long time. Let's just say that. So right here, you can just see me. I'm detangling her hair. She had it in a previous style, which was like 4 big braids. After her hair was all detangled, I went in with some silicone mix. Now, this is the original from this product line, but I'm pretty sure any of the other ones may work. But I just make sure I saturate like her entire hair. All strands, make sure it's saturated. This is going to help with detangling, and it's going to go ahead and pre-soften her hair. So it'll be a lot easier to work with once we get to the shampoo bowl. So yeah, just make sure you're getting it all over your hair, like every single strand. So now you can see that it's saturated and her curls are actually starting to pop out a little bit. Once I put all of the silicone mix in, I like to let it sit for maybe like 20 minutes. I just put it in a little ponytail because I didn't have any more plastic caps. Yeah. And look at this girl. Please get out of my chair like that, ma'am. We don't play like that. She's getting a little too comfortable. Okay, so after 20 minutes, I go ahead and rinse it out with like lukewarm water, not too hot, not too cold. Go ahead and get it all rinsed out, and then I'm going to start the shampoo process. So it's very important with a silk press that you want super squeaky clean hair. So what I'm using here is some clarifying shampoo, and I can't think of the name right now, but I'm definitely going to list it in the description box. It works so well. Like I end up getting it from just the beauty supply, and it was like the only one they had, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna give it a try. But it works so well. You can see that lather, meaning it's getting the job done, and her hair literally felt like squeaky clean. So you can probably get away with like one wash with the clarifying shampoo and just move on to the next step, because after you take that moisture out of their hair with the clarifying, that's going to take all of the impurities out. So I end up doing hers twice just because she had some product build up in there and I wanted to make sure it was all out. So like I said, I'll list that clarifying shampoo is really, really good in the description box below. Sorry, y'all. I'm not used to talking this much, so my mouth is literally getting dry trying to do this voiceover, but we shall proceed. So again, I am on the second time shampooing her hair with the clarifying shampoo. And when I say it felt so clean, like it was squeaky clean, like I felt her hair felt different. Like I didn't feel any moisture or any of that. So after the clarifying shampoo, it is important to go in with a moisturizing shampoo just to put back in some of that moisture that was taken out during the clarifying process. So I have this Food for Soft, which I'll list the link in the description box. Food for Soft, it was so good. It immediately put the moisture back into her hair, like immediately. So it didn't feel like I was saying, it had that squeaky clean feeling from before. It didn't have that anymore. Like it just felt soft to the touch. Like it made her hair really, really soft, and I can tell that it began to absorb some of that moisture already. Once I rinse the conditioner out, I end up going with the same brand conditioner, which is Food for Soft as well. I made sure I literally put a lot of conditioner in her hair just to make sure it was all throughout each strand. Like I wanted it all to be nice and moisturized because her hair is going to go through a nice little process trying to get this silk press. So I'm going to make sure it's nicely conditioned so that it can be soft and maintain its integrity. And once the hair is properly conditioned, I like to just slightly detangle it a little bit, which is a lot easier than it was before for the brush to go through all of her strands because we did that silicone process. So that helped with the detangling as well. So once all of the conditioner is distributed, you want to let it sit for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. So I wanted to give my baby girl an experience, so I gave her a little massage, and as you can see, she really enjoyed it. And it was very fun to give her like that little salon experience. Even though it's mommy, she still gets the best. Now, this step is optional because not everybody just has a steamer laying around. So this is like a facial steamer that I had once upon a time when I was going to do like hair for real, which I don't offer services to anyone but my babies. But I had this steamer and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and help. That's going to help that hair absorb all that moisture. So at first I was just trying to hold it with my hand because I didn't think it was going to reach her hair from the stand, but it actually did. So I ended up just putting it down and I let her sit for a majority of the process. So after the conditioner has sat for about 20 minutes, I just go in with the unbrush again and just slightly detangle just a little bit before I get to rinsing the shampoo out. Now you want to make sure you rinse all of the shampoo, all of the conditioner out completely, because the most important part is that your hair is just really clean for that silky, movable hair. Okay, once the conditioner is out, I just go ahead and towel dry her hair, and I'm going to get her prepped for the drying process. And the easiest thing for me is to go ahead and section her hair into 4 sections. That way I can just work on each section separately. Now, this is really important. You need a heat protector that's going to protect those curls from all of the heat that her hair is going to experience. So the heat protectant that I'm using, it's called Wow, and of course I'll link it in the description box, but it is really, really good. It's just very important to saturate her hair because this is the last product that you're going to actually put in it when you're doing a silk press, just because you don't want it you don't want the hair weighed down once you get ready to flat iron it. So I drench each section with that Wow heat protectant, and it's going to make sure her hair reverts back when it's time to shampoo and condition her hair again. Now, after her hair was all sectioned out, I came in with my blow dryer. Now, this is literally my favorite blow dryer. It has 3 attachments. I just use the double comb attachment, and it just works really, really well. And I'll try and find it and link it into the description box as well, because it's amazing. I've been using this blow dryer like for years. Not this particular one, because I've definitely, every time anything happens to it, I just buy another one. So, but it does last for years. It's handy dandy, and I think it's by Conair, I believe. So you just want to make sure the hair is completely dry. So it's already stretching those curls out, which Nova doesn't have like a strong curl pattern. She has more of wavy hair, so it's easily straightened out. But it's still, it's still some curls there, but it definitely doesn't take a lot to get her hair straightened with heat, period. Ooh, got a little tongue tied there, but yeah. So I just finished blow drying her entire head, and it was super easy. It didn't take a lot of pressure thanks to the heat protectant. It worked wonders. And look at my baby, she's so cute. She actually kind of thought we were done right here, and I'm like, girl, I know you're lying. Now, this step is optional, but I always like to get as close to the edges that I can with a hot comb. It just helps not to have to use like any product. So I do that all the way across her temple as well as the back of her head. So just be very, very careful when you do this process so you don't burn yourself or you don't burn anyone else. Now on to some fun stuff, the flat iron process, which is one of the most important parts to your silk press. So I'm using the Baby Bliss Pro nano ceramic flat iron, and I believe it's like 1 1/4 inch plates, but it's like the thinner one. Now each section of hair, each large section, you want to take a small subsection of that hair, and you're going to double tap at the roots, and then using the chase method, go ahead and glide all the way down the shaft of the hair. You want to make sure you're using very small sections just so that you can make sure you're straightening the hair all the way from the root down. So that's going to make it really, really silky, and it's just very important. So this part is a bit tedious, and I just continue to do this all the way throughout her hair, each section. So every 4 sections, you're going to have about a million subsections. That's what it felt like, because this girl's hair is a lot, but it was worth it in the end. So I'm just finishing up this last section, and as you can see, it's really, really silky. It moves amazingly, and it's so worth all of that hard work that you're gonna do when you're pressing out your hair or your little ones. I know it seems like a lot, but it's, like I said, it's going to be very worth it. So just continue to make little small sections of hair. Right here, I'm going horizontally, and it gets a little bit wider up here, so I just split this into 2. It just makes it a little bit easier, and it ensures that I'm going to get all of her hair straightened. So I'm just going to continue and go throughout her entire hair. And I'll just stop talking for a second because I'm actually pretty tired anyway. Now I've finished up this 3rd section, and as you can see, her hair is shiny, it's beautiful, it's silky, and like I said, it's just super worth it. Take your time. It's not a race, it's literally a marathon. So just take your time and continue and keep those sections small and go throughout the entire head, the entire process. You want to take those small sections until you're completely finished. Oh, so I'm finally done with the press process, and this is how it looks. She looks so freaking cute, and her hair has grown quite a bit since her last trim, so we're gonna go ahead and get her trimmed up again. So I had her stand up because it's a lot easier than her sitting down, so I made sure she was standing up, and make sure she holds her head up. Also make sure that her shoulders are relaxed. Now, I'm not going to do a very aggressive cut, but I can see where her ends need to be clipped. So I'm going to make sure the back is straight. Now, once the back is straight, I like to go on the sides and just trim that as well. She is so wiggly, but I like to make sure the sides are equal. So you see I have to keep adjusting her head because for whatever reason she thought it was safe to keep moving. But anywho, I'm just doing the frame around her face, so I'm not going to go straight across in the front. As you can see, I'll go up like at an angle, and it's just going to meet the back part of her hair. Okay, now I finished the trim, and as you can see, it's all trimmed up, nice and flowy, and she just looks so freaking beautiful. Because it's her birthday, I wanted to do a cute little style versus just leaving it down, which that was pretty cute too. But I wanted to do the cute little style because I had her a bow that matches her outfit for later tonight. So I'm just sectioning out 2 pieces in the front, and also I'm gonna do like a ponytail in the top. So as you can see, I parted ear to ear, and then I just sectioned the back off, and I'm going to go ahead and mold her hair into a ponytail in the top, and then I have those clips just to section out the bang pieces, and I'm going to curl those later. So I'm going for that cute little half up, half down style. So I'm going to leave the back hanging. And then for the ponytail, I'm making sure, so it's not on the top of her head, it's actually sitting back a little bit because her bow will kind of sit on top of the ponytail area. Now that I have the ponytail secured, I'm going to take a little bit of my wax stick and just make sure there are no flyaways and that her ponytail looks nice and smooth and shiny. And I'm using this little edge brush just to make sure it's nice and sleek. Okay, so here's the ponytail and the bag. So now I'm just spraying a little bit of holding spray. It's a very mild holding spray. It's just going to keep that ponytail in place. And y'all, I'm so sorry. I thought I was recording earlier and I wasn't. So as you can see, the back of her hair is already curled. I just used a 1-inch barrel curling iron like I'm using right here in the front. And I just curled the back of her hair as well as the ponytail. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the front. Using my hot comb to make sure it's smooth, and then I'm going to go in and do the same thing on the other side with both of her bangs. And I'm just making sure the bangs are laying the way that I want them to lay. And here is the finished look. She looks so freaking cute. And you see the back. Oh my God, her hair is so beautiful. So mamas, give it a try. It's not that hard. It's just very tedious. But overall, she loved her hair and she had an amazing birthday. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And let me know what you think in the comments.